The opposition's main charge against the DMK government is that the law and order is deteriorated, women's safety is come into question, and also the circulation of drugs is widely prevalent. What are your views?
This is an element of truth, but this is a nationwide problem.
So you really think Mr. Palisamy is not in command of the NDA?
He is in command of the ADMK, but he is not in command of the election. He is not in command of the strategy. He is not in command of the issues that will be discussed in the election. You wait until the issues unfold.
People of Tamil Nadu will not accept a coalition arrangement. Do you agree with that view?
I don't think these broad statements are true for all time. Maybe this election it may be true, but not for all time. How can I predict what will happen 20 years later? Mr. Vijay is not Mr. MGR. He is also not Mr. Vijaykanth. He is a popular actor. Fan club may not convert into voters.
Hello, I'm D. Suresh and you're watching Tamil Nadu Elections with the Hindu. Joining me today for a conversation is Mr. P Chidambaram, veteran Congress leader and former Union Minister. Mr. Chidambaram, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let me begin with one of your statements that you made in 2006. You said the hero of the 2006 elections was the DMK manifesto. Can I say that this time you're the hero of the DMK Congress alliance? Because but for your last minute intervention, it appears that the parties were drifted.
I'm afraid no. My role is exaggerated. The Congress president asked me to meet the DMK president and chief minister and try to tie up the loose ends. I met him once and then they agreed late in the evening. I think my role has been exaggerated.
Congress leader Rahul Gandhi shared a very brotherly bond with Chief Minister and DMK President M.K. Stalin. Yet strains had emerged during the talks, initial days of the talks of the alliance. What went wrong?
I mean, I would not attribute it to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. There were some strains in the early rounds of talks. That could have been avoided, is my view, but that is all behind us. We have an agreement and we have an amicable agreement, and we will contest the elections together and unitedly. I think the role of each one need not be discussed now.
But in the Secular Progressive Alliance, some of the older allies seem to be upset with the kind of seats that has been allotted to them. They especially cite that the Congress's tally has gone up. The DMDK has been given 10 seats. The CPM state secretary has openly said the party was not satisfied with the arrangement. Kamal Hassan has opted out of the race and extended support for the alliance. Do you think these will have a bearing during the campaign and affect the grassroots coordination? And also whether Mr. Stalin could have been slightly more liberal with the older allies?
There was always some dissatisfaction all round. In a marriage, the bride side and the bridegroom side will have always some dissatisfaction. The invitation card could have been printed better. The breakfast could have been done better. The seating arrangements could have been. But that's not important. As long as there is general satisfaction and some points of dissatisfaction, it means that the alliance has been negotiated correctly. I think the addition of new parties to the alliance imposed limitations on the DMK and its leader. We must recognize that. And the admitted, self-confessed growth of each party increase their aspirations. It's the aspirations and limitations have to find a meeting point. The Congress is concerned, we found a meeting point at 28. And I think other leaders have also found meeting points. And I saw statements by CPI, CPM. They have no after event dissatisfaction. I think it's all been satisfactorily concluded. And now the allocation of seats. That will also cause some dissatisfaction. As long as people are 90% are satisfied and 10% dissatisfaction, I think it's a good deal.
But could the parties have, brought this negotiation, kept this negotiation closed door? Because when the leaders publicly expressed dissatisfaction, wouldn't the cadres get impacted by that? And would, like I asked, whether this will not impact the grassroots coordination?
No, it won't affect the grassroots coordination at all, because the cadres of all parties have united voice, have told me and have told others that we should conclude the negotiations quickly and start the campaign. In fact, they are waiting for the campaign to start. So the cadres are not divided at all. In my travel last week and the year before that, I have met DMK, I have met Congress workers, I have met VCK workers. They all say in Tamil, சீக்கிரமா முடிங்க. Please conclude the negotiations quickly so that we can start the work. Please understand that the DMK workers have been in the field, election field, for the last three and a half months. The Congress workers have been in the field, at least in constituencies where we are sitting MLAs, have been in the field for the last 1.5, 2 months. In Karaikudi, for example, where the Congress MLA is the sitting MLA, he has been in the field for the last 2 months. And I'm going today, and we'll organize meetings across the constituency to meet the workers and gear them up for the elections. So the cadres have been ready for the last 3 months. It's the leaders may have had some differences, but all that has been ironed out.
Mr. Stalin is framing this election as a fight between Tamil Nadu and New Delhi. Do you endorse this, and do you think this sort of a narrative will work in an assembly election?
That's entirely correct. You see, the puppet is the AIADMK. The puppeteer is the BJP. All the rest don't count. They have pockets of influence. PMK under Mr. Anbumani and the other party. They have all pockets of influence. The main players are the AIADMK and the BJP. Unfortunately, in an assembly election, instead of calling the shots, the AIADMK has ceded the ground and the leadership and the direction to the BJP. So, as I said, the puppet is the AIADMK and the puppeteer is the BJP. Now, the last 8 days and in the next 4 days, the BJP is determined to pass several bills which have caused great dissatisfaction throughout the country. In the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha agenda, they have got a IBC amendment bill, they have got an FCRA amendment bill, they have a Central Armed Police Forces amendment bill, and some other bills. For example, the finance bill, which was passed in the Lok Sabha a couple of days ago. All these are of great impact on the whole country and in Tamil Nadu. When we campaign, we will expose the serious consequences of these bills. We are saying that in Parliament, but since Tamil Nadu is so engrossed with the elections. It's not being reflected correctly in the media. But the AIADMK doesn't say a word. In Parliament and outside, the AIADMK doesn't say a word, which means it's going along with everything that the BJP is doing. And we have half a dozen grievances for many years, and the AIADMK seems to be under pressure or compulsion to toe the line. So it's not a fight between the SPA or the India bloc in Tamil Nadu and the AIADMK bloc in Tamil Nadu for the Tamil Nadu Assembly. It's really a fight between the India bloc, the SPA, Secular Progressive Alliance, and the BJP. You will find that the main issues in this election are the ways in which BJP is injecting, imposing its Hindutva majoritarian agenda on the people of India, especially Tamil Nadu.
But politically speaking, Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy asserts that he is in command, he is the boss of the NDA in Tamil Nadu. And he seems to have demonstrated this in the manner he allocated seats, inviting allies to his party office. And he has finished off the constituency
But
allocation
he
also smoothly.
himself went to Delhi.
Yes, he
He
did go
himself
initially.
went to Delhi to meet the BJP leadership and seal the deal. I mean, the deal between the AIADMK and the BJP is the main part of the deal. The others are minor actors, supporting actors.
So you really think Mr. Palaniswamy is not in command of the NDA?
He is in command of the AIADMK, but he is not in command of the election. He is not in command of the strategy. He is not in command of the issues that will be discussed in the election. You wait until the issues unfold. He will look up to the BJP to defend those issues. He has himself no answer. What is his position on the IBC amendment bill? What is his position on the FCRE amendment bill? You know, thousands of organizations, NGOs, have been denied funds, and the worst affected are the Christian organizations. The bishop of a diocese told me that he is running a school for orphans and providing midday meals. That funding has been cut out completely. Now, what is Mr. Palaniswamy's answer to that? Now, the CAPF amendment bill is being brought. What is Mr. Palaniswamy's position? There are several other bills.
With the entry of actor Vijay's Thamodharan Vetri Kalakam, many see him as a very potentially strong disruptor. And there are also some projections claiming that this could lead to a hung assembly. I'm asking this because in 2006, when Vijayakant entered the scene at the time when Karunanidhi and Jayalalitha were around, the DMK's numbers in the assembly was reduced to below 100. So do you see a potential for a hung assembly?
See, Mr. Vijay is not Mr. MGR. He is also not Mr. Vijayakant. He is a popular actor. I mean, I don't watch films, so I don't know how good he is as an actor. But let's assume he is a popular actor. But his fan club may not convert into voters. He will get votes, but will he get seats? I have spoken to hundreds of workers, political workers at the grassroots level. Last week I had met about 300 workers, and today and tomorrow and the day after I will meet about 2,000 workers. The uniform opinion is, the consensus is, that Mr. Vijay may get about 7 to 8% vote. One or two people say it may go up to 12%. Now, as the campaign progresses and as the election date nears, this 12% is no way of increasing. I'll tell you why. It's a simple common sense. If I have three candidates, DMK, AIADMK, or Congress, BJP, and Mr. Vijay, I will realize as a voter, I will realize very early that Mr. Vijay can't win. In a three-cornered contest, you must have at least 37% to get seats. In a four-cornered contest, maybe 32 is sufficient. In a direct contest, you must have at least 43 to 45% to win. But Mr. Vijay's party is well below the threshold. He won't win seats. He may win if he contests in one constituency. But the people will start talking. He's a losing candidate. He's a losing candidate. And losing candidates don't return to the constituency. That's the historical fact. Losing candidates don't return to the constituency except the candidates of established parties. The AIADMK, DMK, and substantially the Congress, if the candidate lost, he will return to the constituency because he has to prepare for the next election. But the rest of the parties don't return to the constituencies. They'll know he's a losing candidate. He won't come back to us. In fact, many losing candidates don't even hold a Thanksgiving meeting. Therefore, there's no way in Mr. Vijay's party will rise. It will only decline. But even at the same level, he won't get any seats. And it is now not the splitting of votes, which is some extent a disruptor. I don't deny that. But it is the number of seats he wins which will lead to a hung assembly. But if he wins 0 to 3 seats, it won't make a difference to the majority in the assembly.
Yeah, but would he actually prevent the victory chance of either of the combinations, the DMK-led combination or the AIADMK?
No, the votes will be broadly divided into the AIADMK alliance and the DMK alliance. Now, how that votes will be split, how the seats will be split, it's too early to say. We have to see the candidates and the constituencies. But it will be broadly split, 234 seats, except maybe 10 seats. 224 will be broadly divided into the AIADMK bloc and the DMK bloc. And whoever gets a majority, and I'm confident the DMK bloc will get a majority, will form the government.
Okay. Now, both Mr. Stalin and Mr. Palaniswamy have categorically ruled out sharing of power with allies. But the fact is that they do need these allies to win elections. And also, it's a fact that both these parties at some point have been in power in the center. So, do you think it's a right thing for them to deny a share in power, which is an aspiration of parties, including of the Congress initially?
It's premature to talk about sharing power. The DMK and the AIADMK have reiterated their known positions. It's not new. From the very beginning, the DMK and the AIADMK says, we will form the government and our allies will help us win the election and we will treat them with respect. So, they have not, Mr. Stalin has not said anything new. It is a reiteration of the policy that he has said since 1967. His party has said 1967. Other parties have stated their known positions that we would like sharing of power. So both sides have not said anything new or revolutionary. They have stated they have iterated their known positions. So they will reiterate their known positions, and after the elections, things will happen.
Yeah, but their argument is that the people of Tamil Nadu will not accept a coalition arrangement. Do you agree with that view? And
I mean, I don't agree with the broad proposition that the people of Tamil Nadu will never agree to a coalition election, a coalition government. If it becomes necessary, since the people want a government, they don't want another election in 2 months, They will accept the reality. I don't think these broad statements are true for all time. Maybe this election it may be true, but not for all time. How can I predict what will happen 20 years later?
But do you foresee the possibility of coalition government in Tamil Nadu in the near future, say 5 years down the line?
See, as long as there are two major parties, the chances of a coalition government are low. It's only when a third party becomes nearly equal to the first two parties, three parties, strong parties, then there is a possibility of a coalition election. I'm talking normatively as a rule, not with particular reference to Tamil Nadu. Maharashtra, for example,
Yes.
there were four parties and four parties. So necessarily, Mr. Fadnavis has to have a coalition. But here, at the moment, there are only two dominant parties, and the Congress is the third, but a little behind.
The opposition's main charge against the DMK government is that the law and order is deteriorated, women's safety is come into question, and also the circulation of drugs is widely prevalent. What are your views?
This is an element of truth. But this is a nationwide problem. I read the North Indian papers in Delhi every day. 2 pages are only about crime, burglary, sexual violence, road rage. 2 pages snippets. It's all over India. The drug problem is all over India. The sexual violence, gender violence is all over India. And law and order is all over India. If you talk about it in general terms, it will appear that Tamil Nadu is the worst. That's not correct. You have to take the NCRB data, National Crime Records Bureau data, and you will have to see state by state. Tamil Nadu is certainly not the worst state. In fact, there are many, many states that are worse. But that does not take away from the fact that whichever government is formed in Tamil Nadu, past, present, future, must control the drug menace, must sensitize young men and boys that gender violence is the worst kind of violence, and they must sensitize the police and train the police to be more effective in controlling law and order. See, one thing I have noticed, that the Central Armed Police Forces, CRPF, ITBP, CISF, periodically are withdrawn from duty and sent to the battalion headquarters for training and rest and recuperation. The state police has no such practice at all. In fact, I intend to propose to the next government, I hope the DMK government, that the police force must be withdrawn for 1 month in a year and sent to battalion headquarters for rest, recuperation, and training.
I think that's a good
Which means you'll have to recruit 1/12 more police force, but that can be recruited.
How would you rate Mr. Stalin's administration over the last 5 years?
You see, you go by economic metrics. We are the fastest growing state in India. Like Mr. Modi says, we are among the fastest growing large economies in the world. We can also boast that Tamil Nadu is the fastest growing state economy currently, number one. Number two, there's a bumper crop, which means they've paid attention to agriculture, irrigation, water, fertilizer, electricity. It's paid dividends. Third, we have massive outside external investment. Not external means outside India, FDI, as well as from other states. There's massive investment in Tamil Nadu. And I've got renovation and repair work in my house. Every worker is from UP, Bihar, or Jharkhand. Why are Tamil young men not coming for construction work? In fact, several fields, I'm told, the Tamil worker is not available, Tamil young, which means they've got other jobs. They've got other jobs. I mean, I'm not saying there is no unemployment, but they have better paying jobs and jobs which give them more dignity. I think our education system has improved considerably. Our school education system has improved considerably. And I am very passionately concerned with the healthcare. I have spent all my MP-LADS funds on healthcare, and I see primary health centers, taluk hospitals, and district hospitals constantly improved. There are gaps, I'm not denying that, but I think overall Tamil Nadu's performance compares very favorably with any other state in India. If you travel in UP, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, you will know the difference.
Election manifestos these days are increasingly getting dominated by welfare benefits as well as direct cash transfer. I do agree that the cash that's transferred comes back into the economy by way of spending. But then parties are also promising waiver of loans, offering gold, household goods. The ADMK has offered refrigerators. You have been a finance minister. Do you think that it's financially prudent to have such kind of freebies in the name of welfare when the debt burden is growing?
See, the debt burden is exaggerated. The debt burden is relevant only if you can't finance the debt. As long as you can pay the interest in the debt, there's no harm in no harm is the debt burden will increase year after year. The national debt increases year after year. The state debt also will increase year after year. There's no point saying you added 2 lakh crore, but it will increase. But the GDP and the GSDP increases and the revenues increase, your state's own income increases, and you are able to finance the debt. That's okay. It's only when you are not able to finance the debt burden becomes a critical factor. Number one. Number two, you must look at the fiscal deficit as a proportion of the GSDP, and you must look at the revenue deficit. On these two parameters, Tamil Nadu compares favorably with every other state. And number three, on freebies, say, I have a philosophy. I believe in universal basic income. You can't tell the poor people, you wait for the next generation, your grandchildren will be better. But they've been waiting for 78 years since independence. It's immoral, unethical to tell the poor people, you wait, your children will be better. And your children grow up, you tell them, your children will be better. You have a universal basic income. Now, you can decide what proportion of the state's income must be given as a universal basic income. The universal basic income need not be one head. It can be divided into different heads. Free bus travel. It has got large externalities. Economists will know that a social benefit, a social concession, which has economic externalities is good, which means the free bus travel, according to me, is a vital part of the universal basic income. the free breakfast scheme, which is, I think, very, very important to ensure that children don't come to school on an empty stomach. These two are part of universal basic income. Suppose you set apart 10,000 crores for universal basic income. You can divide it into free bus travel, free breakfast, laptop for the students. You can, if you count them, each of them, it might look as though a multiplicity of freebies. But you total them and then say, this is all under UBI. And what is the UBI percentage proportion of the state income? I think it's manageable, it's viable.
Okay. I'll come back to your earlier statement about the manifesto being the hero of elections. Do you think that statement still holds good, or is the real hero of elections the cash that's given as bribe to voters?
No.
That menace has really got up in Tamil
See,
Nadu.
I have contested and won 7 elections. I've never given money to voters. In fact, in the last parliamentary election, 2024, no party in Shivaganga parliamentary constituency gave money to the
You
voters.
sure? No party gave?
No party. I know that. I don't know about other constituencies. No party, the DMK alliance, the AIADMK alliance, the minor parties, no party gave money. You see, this giving money to the voters doesn't decide an election. If a voter takes money, he takes money from both sides. And then he will exercise his choice. It's like the old saying, a judge took bribe from both sides and decided fairly. I mean, what's the use of money? Doesn't make an end. But money must be given to get the workers moving. See, nobody can walk and canvas. These days, you have to give them transport, you have to give them food, and so those expenses are necessary. But some other expenses have been cut down. For example, in Tamil Nadu, because of the High Court ruling, I'm told in municipalities and town panchayats and corporations, you can't have any posters, you can't have any billboards, flex banners. So it's a saving of money.
But I find that many of the politicians, senior politicians, they say that we don't want to contest elections because it's become very expensive compared to what it was previously.
That is true. Money in the elections have become expensive. The unrealistic target, the ceilings fixed by the election commission is a joke. Election commission knows that nobody adheres to the ceiling. But then there are ways in which we can legally circumvent the ceiling, because the candidate must spend. The ceiling is imposed for the candidate's expenditure or the expenditure with the consent of the candidate. If the party spends,
Yes, that's true.
the party can spend. So these are meaningless rules, but then we have to live by some rules. Everybody abides by those rules.
One final question. What is your prediction for the Tamil Nadu election?
See, it will be a close election because the parties are arrayed in two strong fronts. The entry of the BJP under Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah has injected a certain element which I can't describe openly, but they will use every device, every tactic to win the election, to influence the election, and to win it if possible. It will be a close battle. I have warned my partymen it will be a close battle, but we will win. It will not be a one-sided battle like the 2024 parliamentary election. It was completely one-sided. The AIADMK lost a deficit in 7 seats. It's unheard of for the ADMK. The ADMK workers realize that they've got a mountain to climb. The DMK workers realize they are on the top of the mountain and they should not allow them to be dragged down. The Congress is confident where it is strong. We are strong in many constituencies. But I think the ultimate result will be that the DMK alliance will have a comfortable majority. And the DMK alliance, headed by the DMK, will form the government.
All right. Thank you very much for talking
Thank
to us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.